Welcome in. Mic check, mic check. Yeah. We're good on the mic check. We are talking about the tech landscape. We got a special guest coming through. Special guest. Met him and saw different things that he had going on. Tavis over there, bite size balance, doing some amazing things. Talk within this space, talking about technology, talking about cybersecurity, several different things, and he'll be here. Just chatted with him a little earlier. He is going to be in the building, everyone. So opportunity to learn what he has going on, ask him questions, interface, and he too has multiple guests that come through and show some love. So what's up, Summer? Welcome in. If you want to learn how to break into tech, if you want to talk about cybersecurity, if you want to talk about AI, he covers a lot of different topics. If you follow his page, you will see that he deep dives into different articles, news. He's very connected in with current events. What's up, Purple? Welcome in. We're talking about the tech landscape. What's all involved in the tech landscape? What's up, Phil? Welcome in, bro. Welcome in. Talking about the tech landscape. What is the tech landscape today? Is it something that is easily navigated? Can we just use ChatGPT to answer all of our questions? What's the situation today? What's the climate? What's hiring like these days? What is on the job like these days? Is it easy to advance and level up in the tech industry, or is it a tough space to be in right now? What are certifications looking like these days? Are the certification paths built out? Are the certifications aligned with the specific roles? What does it take to get a role these days? What are the tech recruiters like? I'm just blabbing, but I'm just yapping right now. The special guest will be in a couple of minutes. I just chatted with them. What's up, engineer? What's up, Corrigi? Welcome in. What's up, Derek? Welcome in. We're talking about tech today. What's up, Martins? Martin S. Teamy, Luminar Digitals. Y'all welcome in. Welcome in. Typically, I bring in a guest. We chat and I welcome folks up. So it's not just the Nate show. We don't just. We're talking about tech, the current tech landscape. I got a special guest coming through to chat about it. Actually was on his podcast not too long ago. So you should see some things pop in this week on the talk that we did. And what's up, Riccati? Welcome in. Welcome in. If y'all never been to my live before, I do welcome folks up. What's up, Digital Creations? To ask questions, to share some of their experiences. And if you want to chat about the current tech landscape from your perspective, I'm welcoming you up. Come chat with us. I appreciate all the love. Thank you for the heart me. Thanks for all the likes. Bro, help me. What you need help with, Digitals? What you need help with, Luminar? What you need help with? Today might be a great day for you to get that help. Search for International Cloud Engineer. Yeah, so you're looking at to get certed up within the cloud, and there are some great certification paths out there today. Whether you're tapped in, like Phil is saying, whether you're tapped into the AWS, Azure, GCP, Alibaba, depends on what part of the world that you're in. A specific cloud provider may be more relevant than others. And I would look at this in a couple of different ways. One, you could go look at from the footprint of the cloud provider, how much stake do they have in the industry? Or you could look at it from an industry perspective. Do you have a specific industry vertical that you're interested in? You can look at it from ease of use. Which cloud provider is easier to use? Oracle, GCP, AWS, Azure. You have a lot of options. And it may not be just ease of use for everyone. It may just be ease of use just for you. So I would try to understand get some familiarity with some of the cloud providers that are out there. So let's talk about that. Like, what cloud providers draw your interest and why? I see you put in there, I'm already doing AZ900. I'm a big proponent of Microsoft. I'm always going to steer folks to Microsoft World. And yeah, AZ104. Yeah, you get that admin piece in there, and that'll give you practical knowledge. I would be doing exercises, labs related when going for that AZ104. And then that AZ900 is just going to kind of give you that well-rounded, introduction into Azure. Very, very introduction level. But at the end of the day, Microsoft has already made this easy for everyone. Whether you are role-based focused, so if you are gunning for a specific role and you want to understand the certification path that maps to that role, those maps are out there. Those infographics are out there. If you are looking for a certain type of technology to touch, those maps are out there. Whether you are, wanting to be an architect, an engineer, get that figured out. And I can see that the special guest just walked in the building. We're currently talking about, cloud technologies. I'm going to let you up, bro. Let me switch the scene and we get this party started. Y'all. Yo. Welcome in. What's up, Tavis?
What's up, Nate? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you loud and clear, bro. You got me?
Uh,
What's
yeah,
up?
I got you, man.
You got me. Good looking out. Hey, I appreciate you coming through, man, chatting with us and talking about the tech landscape today. I know it's something that, folks, you if you know, you know. If you know, you know. And I know that you chat today, so I just want to keep this real conversational and then I'll probably let some folks up to come up here and interface with both of us and ask some questions, maybe even share some of their experiences. Questions, maybe even share. We lost him, y'all. He'll be back, I'm sure. We just feel free to request back up, bro. And if anyone else wants to request up and come chat with us, feel free to do that now or when. And but let me see the chat to see if there's any developments within that cloud side, because we can take this conversation in multiple directions. We left it wide open. IT landscape, tech landscape. We left it wide open on purpose. I'm gonna change it to tech landscape. I like that better. The tech landscape. What's up, Metro? What's up, Nick? Waiting on the special guest to come back through. He popped in for a quick second, and it looked like something happened to maybe some technical difficulties. What's up, y'all? What's up? Oh no, you can't join from the computer. If you can hear me, it's gonna force you to leverage the. Well, you probably can join from the computer if you join on Studio, and then we can just do a co-host situation. If you can hear me, you can probably join from the computer. A man in the middle of attack. What's up, Cyber Secrets? Um, and we could try co-host. I haven't had the most luck with co-hosting lately. There's been some blockers. Cloud Tech exec and I tried to do co-host, and I ultimately just had to jump on his side. So I'm gonna let you up, bro. What's up, man?
All right, hold on. Yeah, it wouldn't work. Hold up.
So, uh, I haven't had the most luck with co-hosting, but I think we can try if you want to join on your computer. Um, we can try it, but all we would have to do is co-host, or we can rock and roll like this. We can rock and roll.
Yeah, like this. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, we got you loud and clear. We got for the folks who are not familiar with Tavis and what he has going on and with Bite Size Balance, and you're not following him, number one, please go follow him. Go check out his account. Go see what he's talking about on a daily. He's very, very connected in with the different the latest news and current news, and also brings in guests to his podcast and chats with them. So, but Tavis, can you give us just a high level? Who are you? Your background? Just some quick insights.
All right, yeah. So my name is Tavis. I'm the host of Bite Size Balance. I've been on IT. I've been in IT and security going on about 8 years now. I work for pharmaceutical companies, small startups. I work for healthcare companies. And I really, on my platform, I push a lot of security awareness, going on the latest and greatest, what's going on inside of, technology and cyber at the moment. Um, I'm actually looking at one right here. They're talking about how deep fakes are bypassing, security measures inside of organizations. That's something interesting.
That's
But
what.
yeah, other than that,
Yeah,
I
bro.
got a platform where I bring on guests, which I actually had Nate on. I'm trying to drop some of them clips right now, actually. Um, I bring on different cybersecurity professionals and professionals from other fields as well. Um, you know, that's a high income skills lane, and tech is, the main thing that dealing with the guests that come on my show. But my individual content is mainly deals with notifying people of the latest and greatest in AI technology, cybersecurity, IT. So y'all make sure y'all drop me a follow and check me out. So,
Yeah, bro. I found your page and I saw that you cover a wide range. Like you don't limit to anything. I mean, I saw one recent Mercedes Benz was doing something connecting to the back of the head and uh,
yeah, that's neat.
getting some of the thoughts out of folks to help, I guess, help drive the vehicle. Like the first, let's start there. Where do you get your digest? How do you find different articles, different readings, and what some of your daily drivers look like today?
Yeah, man. So one of my biggest platforms that I look at pretty much daily is Bleeping Computer. I don't know if you've been up there, but it's like it talks about the latest and greatest in cyber threats and cyber attacks and different vulnerabilities going on. Hacker news, I like looking up there. I follow some credible pages on Instagram as well, like technology and a lot of AI different pages that I follow to keep track of that. But what I'm saying? My platform is not, like I said, it's not only IT, even though I'm an IT professional, IT and cyber. So it's more technology as a whole. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that includes AI, that includes coding, that includes, anything that's dealing with technology and how it's affecting, society today is pretty much what I'm willing to bring on my platform. So, um,
Love it.
yeah, that's it.
Brings on these guests. How do you decide on the different guests that you bring in? Is it depending on what type of topics they've talked about, or what type of industries that they're in? What some of that look like for you?
Yeah, so depending on who I'm bringing on, like I said, they either got to be a technology professional or they have to be from a high income skills lane. Because I like to educate people. I like people, when they tap into my content that they need to learn something. That's my whole goal. Like when you watch my content, you're gonna learn something. So that's really the two lanes that I, dive into the most. Technology because I'm a technology professional and I'm pushing that method, that message. But everybody isn't interested in that technology. So I also bring on other professionals from other fields and get them to share their story and how they got into what they're doing. I brought a lawyer on, I brought an entrepreneur on, um, and I just get them to express how to get into their fields as well, and tech professionals.
I
So
like that. I like that because and that reminds me a lot of what I'm doing here, and because it's not just the Nate show. I didn't want just my perspective on things, and I know that there's other perspectives out there, and I know I don't know everything. So why not yank them in, have them come chat and share their experiences, and that's what a lot of this was all about. So another component with mine is, you may be emerging in the space. I want to chat with you. You may be established in the space. I definitely want to chat with you and bridging the gap between the two. So let me take a quick break here. Everyone, if you want to request up, now's the time. Feel free to request up. If you've never been here before, I welcome up. You could be emerging in the space and come ask uh, generic questions. You can ask questions that you've never had an answer to, or even if you're established in the space, not only asking questions, but also contributing to the conversation. What does the tech landscape look like for you today? How are you navigating job hunting? How are you navigating increases in pay, increases in positions? And I'll ask Tavis a few questions, but feel free to request up. I'll let you up. What's up, Ray? I see you over there. So Tavis, when it comes to like navigating your performance at work and wanting to level up, the level up piece, how are you leveling up these days? What are you doing to level up, whether that's independent study or navigating the different managers that you have and all that?
Yeah, man. So you really just gotta, you know, of course you want to be, especially when you're already in a role, you want to make sure that you're producing. You want to make sure that you meet your expectations when it comes to that. But outside of that, it's just smart to, when you're inside of an organization, to network with people inside of your organization that may have more skills than you have, and pick their brain and learn off of them as well. And then on your free time, you always want to be pursuing some type of certification, or labbing, or taking the time outside of work to further your skill set is very important. And looking at, like I said, things like I do, looking at news sources, knowing what's the latest and greatest, because this technology stuff, man, it's just changing fast, and it's changing at a rapid pace. So you really have to stay informed and stay educated, so that you can when something new comes out, or when you can bring that information forward to your organization and let them know, hey, I just saw this, and y'all can take it with a grain of salt, and apply it to whatever you guys have going on at the moment. So
It's fire. And I see you, Ray, over there sharing the live like crazy. If y'all know someone who is looking to break into tech, cybersecurity, AI, all this other stuff that we're talking about, the tech landscape, feel free to share this with them specifically. Get them in the room. Get them in front of us and chatting. So what are your thoughts on the current tech landscape? A is it a bad time to be in tech, or is it a good time to be in tech?
um honestly, I feel like technology is just getting more and more advanced. So I wouldn't say it's a bad time to be in tech, but it's definitely, if you just now breaking in, it's definitely, the bar is higher than it has been in the past. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, you have to know all these things. You have to, um, entry level entry level job applications are asking for pretty much mid level professionals. From the entry point. So, I would suggest. I even seen another creator say this. Probably the best path right now, if you're really trying to get in, is to go to school for it. Like, what I'm saying, because when you in a school, if you have a bachelor's degree, then you can land internships. Internships is hands-on experience. And a lot of these entry level roles are asking for hands-on experience. So, and I didn't go to undergrad for IT. I have my master's degree in IT management, but you know, like I said, when I got in, it was kind of easier. Now it's like the bar is higher. So you gotta, like I said, being in on college programs and being able to, get an internship is definitely something, to look into. I feel like it's the easiest way to get experience. But at the same time, if you everybody doesn't want to go to college, and I understand that. So if college isn't the way that you want to go, then you at least have to have a portfolio of projects that you did that relate to real world experience. So when you're talking in these interviews, you're not green and you're not just going off book knowledge because you passed the security plus. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta because when you go into these interviews, we talked about this on our talk, they're gonna ask, tell me about a time that that's one of the biggest things they like to ask. Tell me about a time you responded to an incident. Tell me about a time that you automated processes. And if you don't have a story about that, then that's gonna bring you lower on the totem pole with the candidates that are also apply for that role. So it's just what I'm saying? If you go to school, I feel like that's the best option because you can land an internship and get hands-on experience. If you don't want to go to school, you got to make sure you have a portfolio of at least, I would say, 5 or 6 projects that relate to real-world experience so that you can at least speak to something technical when you apply for these roles.
That's fire, bro. I mean, degrees versus certs battle not too long ago. It was a great discussion, great dialogue back and forth. And one of the things that came out of that was, on the degree side, there's a lot of debt today that folks get into because of the cost of the degree. How do you navigate that and when in the same breath say that, in today's landscape, having that degree is going to kind of separate you from the competition tagged on with the certs and the experience?
To me, like I said, it ain't necessarily about the degree. It's about being able to land an internship and get that hands-on experience. A degree doesn't matter as much if you already have hands-on experience because that's what they want. Like, you know what I'm saying? So if you have a degree, you're more like if you're in a bachelor's program, you're more like or bachelor's or associate's program or whatever you're in, you're more likely to land an internship, which is hands-on experience. You get what I'm saying? The key point is to get experience as quickly as possible. So, you know what I'm saying? And being in school for it, being in a bachelor's program, you can land those internships without like a high barrier to entry because you already in the program and they need interns. You come in, get your real hands-on experience. Now, when you jump into the job market, you already have experience. Rather than somebody who's just coming off the street. You get what I'm saying? Because I know you brought my boy Dom on,
Yeah.
Dom the Cyber Gene.
Yep.
Yeah, he did an internship. Like, I think he did one in high school. I think.
Yeah,
But
some of these cats are brought on are built different. Like, some of these folks I've been meeting since high school, been doing programming and different. Someone said they got their Security Plus in high school. I was like, you built different.
yeah, bro, I got a boy I brought on, Ben. He's a network architect, and it's one of his nephews. He got his CCNA, and he's only like 14 years old. Took the CCNA and passed it. That's crazy, bro.
Look, if you are, brilliant and you have the capacity and you've been thrown, you likely someone told that individual to go that direction. So let's dive into the mentorship piece. When it comes to today's tech landscape, how critical is the mentor and the different communities around you that you surround yourself by?
Say what?
When it comes to today's tech landscape, how critical is it? How critical are the mentors these days and the communities that you surround yourself by?
Oh, that's big, man. Surrounding yourself with people that, are already in the field so you can pick their brain as mentors. Like my cousin that I brought on, the dude came on after you. He the one who really, showed me the roadmap of exactly what I needed to do at the time because I knew he was already in the field and I communicated with him and, he gave me, exact steps on what I needed to do to break in. So, that's very important. Like I say, networking is always very important. You always want to be, find somebody that you can learn from that's already doing it and pick their brain. And if you don't have anybody, you know what I'm saying, it's online communities. You got, you know, shows like we on right now, you know, different creators. You got mentors you can reach out to. You might have to pay somebody. I'm just keeping it 100. Like, you might have to pay somebody to teach you the roadmap and teach you the way. Dudes like Cloud Tech Exec, like, you know, join somebody program like that. Dudes like, you know, Henry Davis, you know, guys like that. Like, you might have to pay a couple hundred up front, but hey, in the long run, you know, when you land a 6-figure career, that money is minuscule to the value that it's going to bring to your life. So I feel like, you know, do what you got to do to, you know, surround yourself with those people so that you can, you know, push your own self forward. But I mean, of course, that takes initiative, and everybody's not willing to do that. So, but you just got to realize, if you're not willing to do that, you at least have to be reaching out to other people in different ways. You know what I'm saying? So
I like that. You know, when it comes to, I would say to go into it with the free to low to no cost option. However, to your point, when you're meeting with some of these folks and they are only able to do so much in a small amount of time, but when you pay, if you're going to pay, you're expecting to get a custom tailored experience to your exact situation. So that's something that you can, if you're looking to spend some dollars, ensure that you understand what the commitment is. Make sure that you're ready. Make sure that you've spent enough time in the low to no cost route to learning, your YouTube University, all these different vendors out there that are dropping information, all these different free resources, free courses that you can leverage. And then you're finding that you're running into specific hurdles. Then you tap into a coach who would give you that custom tailored experience and resolve your specific hurdles with specific answers and solutions, or help you surface up the right answer, the next right move for you. That was a good one. All right, who we got in here? We got Dream. What's up, Dream? What's up? If y'all want to come up, interface, ask questions, share some of your experiences when it comes to the tech landscape today. How are you navigating it? Where are you getting stuck? Where are you getting jammed up? And we can chat. We can chat about it. So that's a part of my live. It's not just the Nate Show. It's not just my questions that I'm gonna drum up just live, but feel free to come request up. So okay, so we covered some good topics. We got some good stuff. What are you finding is the most challenging things about the tech or even cyber industry today?
The most challenging, I tell you what, you've been in tech. You agree that the barrier to entry is now higher than it was, when you first started?
It's higher, and
Definitely.
We didn't have ChatGPT back then either.
Exactly. Like, so you got these resources that you can use, Try Hack Me, Hack the Box, stuff like that you can jump into. Microsoft Learn, that's free. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to take advantage of your resources. And, that's exactly what I feel like is harder now, is just the bar is higher now for entry. The bar is higher to move up in the role now. So you just got to work twice as hard to, get the same result as somebody that, probably got in earlier than you. But, at the same time, this stuff is available to you. So take advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? If it's something that you really want to do, you gotta realize that it takes time to learn this stuff. And you know what I'm saying, you might not be able to go out with your friends, you might not be able to go to the club, you might not be able to play the game 3-4 hours like you want to do. You might have to take some time aside, take a few hours a day, really dial in on the certification, really dial in on these labs, so that you can get those skills in your toolbox, so that when you're in these interviews, you'll be able to speak to something and sound knowledgeable. So it takes sacrifice. You gotta be willing to sacrifice other areas, because time is our greatest asset. And anything you put time into, that's going to, you're going to further yourself in that particular area depending on how much time that you're putting into it. So it's not like, it's not easy. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy. You got to, have the initiative to, really dive into what you're interested into, so that when you do land an interview, um, you'll be able to speak knowledgeably.
Yeah. Yeah, get to that door, knock at that door, walk through that door, perform when you're through that door. And so let's break down the AI piece, bro. Like what? How are you leveraging AI today? How do you want to try and leverage it tomorrow? You know, in the future. Like, what are some future goals on being able to leverage AI?
Yeah, man, AI is big right now, and I just feel like, how I'm leveraging it. I use AI every day, even in, basic everyday things. Like it's a good way to jog your memory. It's a good way to improve your communication skills as well. That's something that I've been noticing. It's just you got to use it, ask it the things that you want to know. Mock interviews. That's something big that you can do with it. You can leverage it to create platforms. I was one of my homeboys, dude I had brought on. His name is Thomas. Y'all make sure y'all check that video out. He's a help desk. He works in help desk. I had brought him on, I think a month or two ago on the show, but he told me about Claude AI. You was talking about Claude AI too, and bro, he made like an entire like website like built specifically for his IT projects, and I mean, it looks nice too. Like it looked like it was professionally coded, all with Claude AI. So you need to leverage these technologies to your advantage, uh, and take advantage of them to be able to showcase your skills and to be able to further your skills. 'Cause like you said, back in the day, they didn't have ChatGPT. All they had was books and whatever you had. So, yeah, man, AI is big.
Yeah, AI is huge right now, y'all. And definitely expanding your usage of it, being able to learn from it. I know that Notebook LM came up before, and being able to drop sources into one repository and then having that Gemini AI, specifically only look at those resources, whether it's a website, a document, and then output PDFs, beautiful PowerPoints, reports, podcasts, all this other crazy stuff from a snap of a finger, infographics. It's really helping folks from the learning side of the house, but then also from the building side of the house. Tavis mentioned like platforms are being built. My job that I have today, we're currently working on a platform, and we're leveraging Codex, which is open AI. We're leveraging Claude. We're leveraging whatever we can to make the action happen quicker, faster, more efficient, better sometimes. It's better sometimes. What's up?
Yeah, bro.
What's up, Asia? Um, Paseka, welcome in, welcome in. I see y'all. If y'all have questions, feel free to come up or drop them in the chat. We'll try to get to them. What engineer said, yeah, especially if you drop the job description in the AI, then have it ask questions. Yeah, reverse engineering some stuff, like just get 10 different job descriptions of one specific type of role. These companies are going to call it different things, and so all the roles are not going to be always titled the same. Not only that, the descriptions are not going to be the same. But if you grab 10 roles that you really want to gun towards and drop that and feed those into chat, and or some LLM, and look for an output of, how do I study for, what do I need to study to get this role? What certs do I need to get these roles? What, do some mock interviews like Tavis said, like that's been working really well for me lately.
Yeah. Them mock interviews, yeah, that's key. Like I'll plug the job description in um, the AI, and then say, hey, act as a hiring manager and give me a real world scenario interview, dealing with these topics. And then I'll say, grade my answers A, B, C, D. And if I don't at least make a B, ask me tell me how I can alter it and make it better, and ask me the question again. So that's what I've been doing. And that's gold right there. That's a gem for everybody watching. You can leverage that AI, and by the time you jump in the interview, you done did 12 interviews with ChatGPT. So, when those same type of questions come up, you'll be able to know your stories that you're going to talk about. You'll be able to, pivot, from the conversations that you had with ChatGPT into the real live interview, so that you sound more knowledgeable and you sound more confident because you already been talking about it.
Yeah. I also too, when I was doing that, it just got the juices going. Like some things you don't even think you forget about, and it surfaced those up so that way it's more frontal lobe. It's ready. Is more accessible so that way when it comes to being fluid and spitting that out naturally, you're not like, let me think about that. And then you look crazy because you're sitting on a call thinking like this for a few seconds, like, yeah, looking for the answers in the sky. Yeah.
Because a lot of times you'll have the knowledge, man, but like I said, if you ain't did it in a while, or if it's something that you ain't talked about in a while, then sometimes you might hit those blanks, because when you're an IT pro, you've done plenty of stuff that probably relate to the job that you're applying to, but then when you're in the moment, you can freeze up. But it's like if you went through those, mock interviews, like you said, it jogs your memory, so you're ready to talk about it. I'm trying to show you this. I'm trying to flip my camera so I can show you this. My boy's site that he made with Claude AI.
Yeah.
So this is Thomas. He said he made all this with at the click of a button, man. Like, he's like, this is Thomas. I actually brought him on my pod. Then he got like a lab section. Then he got like Active Directory labs, like pen testing labs, SOC Sim. You know what I'm saying? Like, this stuff is crazy. Like portfolio, like, and he said it made the whole site in like 10 seconds. Like, it's crazy, man.
Yeah,
what this AI stuff can do. So make sure y'all. I told I'm gonna make one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Code base 44 or base code 44, whatever it's called. Replit, them boys out there. You drop it a crazy prompt, and bam, snap of a finger, you have a beautiful app. A web app.
Yeah.
Or even a website.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we live in a different time. All right, y'all, we're welcoming folks up. We only got less than 30 minutes, and we out of here, y'all. So I got another one for you while we wait for folks. Cyber. Can we go straight into cyber, bro? Or do we still got to go do we got to go to tech first and then go do some cyber work? How do we navigate that?
You can jump straight to cyber, but like I said, man, the key thing is experience, bro. That's what these jobs want. They want experience at the end of the day. So if you had a cyber internship, or even if you had a tech internship, it helps land those roles. So the thing is, don't try to jump in and get the big money at first. The thing is, get as much experience as you can. I be telling people, man, even if you gotta take some time out on the weekend and go volunteer at the library and say, hey, y'all got some computers in here? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to build some skill sets when it comes to IT. Do y'all need somebody to come in here on the weekend and update computers, or you know what I'm saying, do something and help y'all out? Like, and then you can throw that library on your job resume and say, I was a IT technician for them for a certain amount of months, helping them with their stuff. So it's really how far you want to go. You know what I'm saying? I know time is valuable and people want to get paid for it, but all it takes is, you know what I'm saying, taking the initiative. Every company has a computer in there. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, somebody with a computer, somebody with computer issues. Ask these people, do they need help with this stuff? And, do what you do with it, update it, clean out applications, install some RAM, put a solid state drive in it. All that's real world experience. No matter who you doing it with. And then when you put it on your resume, they're going to see, all right, he not just green. He not just somebody that is just listening that he went to school or something like that. Like, so, when it comes to cyber, like I said, get experience as soon as possible, and that just raises your chances. Now, there are people, not saying that some people don't get lucky. Some people do just jump straight into tech, but the majority of people don't.
Yeah.
And I preach that, like, you know what I'm saying? Just because you see one person do it, that's not the majority. The majority of people are struggling to get in. Like, if we just gonna keep it all the way 100. So, you know what I'm saying? You can't gauge your progress off the unicorns. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you have to, do what the average person does. Study, lab, get experience, start in IT. Like, you know what I'm saying? Grind to get to where you're supposed to go. You know what I'm saying? I didn't jump straight into six-figure roles. I was, I came up the ladder. Like, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of the people who've been in, tech for a long time, they'll tell you, like, most of the people who've been in a while, they didn't jump straight into those, high level paying cyber roles. They, started somewhere. Like my cousin, he was a printer technician. And he moved up to IT technician. Then he moved up to, like system administrator. Then, now he's in security. So, I mean, you can't be trying to rush it. Not saying that it can't happen, because it does happen, but I'm just saying majority of people it don't.
It happens, y'all. It happens, and I agree. It is not majority of people, and if you're not equipped with everything Tavis just said, layered on with a fantastic mentor, a fantastic community that you're connected in with, and asking questions, finding out the best methods and more modern ways that are working for folks, where to go look. Uh, Can you talk about a little bit about MSPs and MSSPs? And I feel like it's highly underrated as far as like entry point into the space.
Yeah, I mean, MSSPs are great, and there's a lot of those out there, and it gets you the chance to work with different environments, and rather than just being, strict stuck to one particular organization. I never worked for an MSSP, you know what I'm saying? But I do feel like those are great options, and it's a lot of, companies that people, are interested in and have used to further their career. So, hey, like I said, man, you need to be applying to any type of organization that you can. I'm pro MSSPs. I'm pro everything that's just whatever's going to allow people to get experience.
Yeah.
I mean, jump into it. I mean, you have hands-on experience with MSSP, so there may be something more in your lane, but I definitely don't think it's something to look down upon. It's definitely a lane that people can get into.
Yeah, I highly encourage it, and anytime, not only just MSPs and MSSPs, y'all. Whenever you're applying to these environments or these different organizations, MP23 said the 48-hour rule. In 48 hours, are you following up? Because if you're not following up, the person who's probably getting the job probably followed up, showing that they are interested and at least getting the interview. At least they may not get the job, but they're getting a shot. And if you wanna make sure you're following that 48-hour rule. What about the conferences, man? What's your take on these different conferences out there?
I've only been to a few conferences. I've been to like Afrotech. I went there about 2 years ago. When I went, it was in Austin, Texas. I've been to a couple of local ones. I haven't been to like any of the big ones, and I really do like DEF CON and stuff like that you actually going to learn something. But I feel like it's really just a big networking event. Tap in with different professionals so that you can exchange information. So you see a position for their company that might be open. You can reach out to them, and they're more liable to bring you on because they can put a face to a name, that type of deal. But I mean, a lot of these, I'm gonna keep it 100. Like a lot of these tech conferences, it's just vendors trying to sell their products. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of them that I have been to, they're looking for the cyber manager, they're looking for the IT manager, they're looking for people that they can sell their product to. Like, you know what I'm saying? You have to be weary of those type of tech conferences. But like I said, you just gotta, from a professional standpoint, you just gotta make sure that when you're there, that you're networking. And, personally, I feel like you can network online. You can network, you have access to a way more variety of people online than you would at a tech conference. But not saying tech conferences are bad. It's just when you go into it, don't go into it thinking, I'm gonna go here and get hired. You need to be thinking it more as I'm gonna go here and network and build my portfolio of references and portfolio of contacts of people that I can reach out to, so that you know if I see something that aligns with my interests and one of these people is associated with.
Oh, I lost you for a second. All right, you're back.
I
You're
had a
back.
call to me,
It's
man.
all good. You're
Yeah,
good. You're back.
yeah, and one of them people are associated with that particular organization that's posting that position. You can tap in, put them as a reference, do all that. So
Yeah, I see STE, Steve in there said it's like a waste of time. He been to like five of them. But all right, hey
yeah,
everyone.
STE. I feel exactly like it can be a waste of time, but like I said, you got to go in there with the mindset of I'm going in here to connect with as many people as possible. Get their LinkedIn, you know what I'm saying. Get their LinkedIn, let them know that they can put a face to a name, like you know what I'm saying, because yeah, like a lot of people that's trying to sell their product in there.
And I would also add on top of that, if you're going to be out there and your creative juices are flowing, you're in the right mental space, and you're vibrant, and you're approachable, you're reaching out to folks, you got your icebreaker. Also, once you get that LinkedIn, make sure you follow up. Don't be the person that just collects a bunch of business cards and they just sit at your desk, or that you got in your pocket or something, and you have all these great connections and you made great connections while you were there, but you never followed up on anything. Be the one that follows up. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep switching the topic and keep bouncing around. If everyone, if you have questions, feel free to pop in. What about the resume, bro? Talk to us about the resume in the tech landscape today. What does that resume need to look like?
You need to get your resume in line. That's key. Like, if your resume ain't dinging and you're not getting interviews, then that's a resume problem. It really goes, it's really two issues. If you're not getting interviews, your resume. If you're not getting offers, your interviewing skills. And it's really that simple. Like if you're not dinging, if you're applying to 100 jobs and you're not getting one interview, something is wrong with your resume. Your resume is not dinging for the specific positions that you're applying for. And Henri got my resume right. Like for real. Like when I first was jumping back into it, when I had left when I was at INE, I was an IT and security operations manager, and I was looking for a higher role. I had tapped in with no, he got me the role there at INE. I was an IT analyst at this healthcare company. But like, yeah, he got my resume right. Pay somebody, because it's a lot of people that do resumes. But if you're gonna pay somebody to do your resume, pay somebody that does resumes in the field that you're in. Like, cause it's a lot of people, they just say, yeah, they write resumes, but I wanted a tech dude to write my resume. I wanted somebody who was already in cyber, who was already in tech, to do my resume, because they.
I lost you again. All right, we got you. We got you.
Can you still hear me? Yeah, because they know exactly what to put up there. But yeah, man, get your resume right, man. If you're not getting interviews, tap in with somebody who's already in the field, so that they can tweet your resume for you. Even if you got people you ain't even got to pay. If you know somebody, if you got somebody that that's getting interviews, go ahead and tap in with them and see if they can get you right. But I have, I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I average at least 2 or 3 interviews a week, and I don't even apply like that. You know what I'm saying? But my resume is hitting, and you have to make sure you're tailored. You have to make sure you tailor your resume to that specific job that you're applying for, because it could be one or two keywords that you leave out that might not make the ATS pull your application. So, and make sure you're applying to jobs that meet your specific skill set.
All right, we're gonna engage the audience here, but at a scale from one to 10, where's your resume at right now? You banging with a 10 out of 10, or where you at?
I wouldn't say 10 out of 10, but I say good enough. If I apply for 10 jobs, I'm gonna at least get one interview.
Ooh, okay.
I could confidently say that.
I
Like I said, at first I was applying to um what I was saying. I was doing 10 to 15 applications a day. I now only do like probably 10 or 15 a week now, and at least two of them get pulled.
yeah.
But I also have more than one resume. Like I have a resume I sent for security roles, a resume I sent for infrastructure roles, a resume I sent for GRC roles, and depending on what it is, because my experience aligns across a lot of different domains, that's the resume that I send.
Gotcha.
So
All right, y'all. Let's get a good rating. On a scale from 1 to 10, where's your resume today? Your best resume. Your best resume. Are you 10 out of 10? Well, drop it in the chat. Are you 5 out of 10 right now? And the proof is in the pudding, y'all. The proof is in the pudding. If you getting hits, you getting dings, you getting folks contacting you, hunting for you, they want you. That means that resume is right. So drop it in the drop your score in the chat. Just do an audit on your own best resume. Are you a 5? Are you a 6? Are you a 7? What you got over there, Phil? Are you 10 out of 10? And then while folks are doing that, let's bounce over. What's up, Tech Dens? I see you over there. Let's bounce over to LinkedIn. The
we got
LinkedIn,
8 out of 10, we got 5, we got a 7.
yeah, we're trying. Most people, they're confident with their resumes.
Yeah.
He got a heater over
Your
there.
resume is good, you'll know about the market.
Say it again.
I said if it's good, you'll know about the market. You'll know about how many callbacks you're getting. So,
Also,
but the resume, I feel like the resume, that's the easy part. The hard part is closing.
you do gotta close. Before we tap into on the close side of the house, if we have time, can you speak a little bit about LinkedIn? Because that's another component. Because they're gonna quickly search you up and they're gonna see, oh, you said you were doing this in this resume, but let me go balance it up what I can see was public facing. What's your thoughts on LinkedIn and how to leverage it in today's tech landscape?
You just got to make sure that you're listing your skills exactly of what you're doing at each job. You got to make sure you know, constantly letting them know that you're still learning. You got to have all your certifications up there. You got to have your degrees up there. Um, yeah, I mean, your LinkedIn is very important. That's your public profile. You want to make sure your specialty is in your description so they know exactly what you are. You got to have that too. Put your picture up there, man. A lot of people say, "Oh, I don't need my picture up there." I mean, there are people that, because I'm gonna be honest, a lot of jobs don't check your LinkedIn, but for the ones that do, you need to have that available. You know what I'm saying? So, and most of the jobs I apply for through LinkedIn. So, just making sure that it's up to date, making sure that you're listing those certifications, making sure that you're letting them know that you're continuously learning, and making sure you're marketing yourself to the type of roles that you want to land.
Nice, nice. All right, y'all. 10-minute counter. We got 10 minutes left, and then we are out of here for the day. Everybody gonna have to get back to work. No,
Recording?
yeah, we're recording. We're on YouTube as well.
I'm about to say because I might clip this up.
Yeah, clip it up. Yeah, clip it up. Clip it up. I got the full feed.
All right, cool.
So, all right, you said something about closing. We need the pro tips, bro. Hit us with some methods around today's tech landscape and closing. Once you're in the position to close, what you got on it.
Bro, I'm still trying to improve my closing skills. For real, closing is the toughest thing. You can pass the technical interview, but then you might get to the final round, and there might be one niche question that isn't even like you said. You had one, then you got to the final round. They asked you something about manager experience. No, nowhere on the job description did it say anything about manager experience, but then they brought it up in the final interview. They get real nitpicky in that final round. Like that's what I'm saying. So the only way to really fight it is to have enough reps with interviews so that when those questions come up, you'll know how to answer them in the future. Because if it's not on the job description, and it's you already passed the technical round, and then they're asking you a niche question in the final round, it's kind of like and a lot of these people, they already know it's already somebody that they want. Sometimes they just be trying to stump you, like you know what I'm saying. So I guess if you feel like you stumped on a question, just be prepared for it next time that it comes around. That's the best way because there's really no way to predict what they're going to add, what they're going to say. Because, what I'm saying, when you get to that final round and it's, the directors and the managers and they're just, pulling stuff out of the air,
it's kind of hard to gauge that. So, and that's another, flaw right now in the hiring cycle when, things like that. It used to be, all right, you make 90%, you make 90 to 95% of the requirements. You're the best candidate that we interview. We're hired on. Now, nah, they want 100%. And they don't only just want 100%. They want you to, you know, tend to what they think is right. Like, you know what I'm saying? They want you to be good at what they think you should be good at, even though it may not be in the job description. Because keep it a band, if you pass the technical interview, technically you can do the job. Like, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to that final round, you don't know what they're going to ask.
You kind of said what I think that I thought I heard you say about are some of these roles that we're interviewing for, we get the interview, we go through all the rounds. Are some of these roles just never for us? Like, I think I heard you say something about they already know who they have in mind, maybe someone internal, maybe a family friend or whatever. Is that something that you've seen out there?
Yeah, see your boy, he got 9 job offers, and we need to bring him up. Bro got 9 offers. Like, you know what I'm saying? I never had 9 offers. So he might have some skills that we need to learn from. But at the same time, it's like it's gauged on how rare your skill set is as well. Because if it's a niche job and you're one of the unicorns for that particular type of role, you know what I'm saying, that'll actually help. Your experience help as well. But like you said, yeah, some managers, man, they know who they want. Like it might be somebody internal, it might be somebody that they know outside of their organization, that they want to bring in, and sometimes that's what it is, and you just gotta, don't commit to anything. Don't get your hopes up until you see that offer letter. Really, that's how you gotta move.
Yeah, yeah. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, y'all. Like you have to keep sourcing out. Oh, I even heard this one time. One time, someone came onto this live and said that some of these interviews that are set up are just farming for answers on solutions, and they may have you whiteboard up something and have get your thoughts on what they're working on, and just do 10 other people like that, and ultimately have enough information to do it on their own. That's tough.
Yeah,
That's tough.
yeah.
Yeah, I see Phil over
I've
there.
done live. I've done live like log analysis in an interview before. Like they'll show you some laws. What's going on here? And then you got to tell them exactly what you see and what it is and how you would respond to it. But yeah, that definitely hit you with some live, off the top type of question that you got to answer.
Yep. Yep. I see you over there, Lumia Tex. Welcome in. Previous guest came and shut it down. Yeah, Phil will be in March 14th as a guest. So he is going to be dropping nuggets. He is one of those unicorn built different individuals. Definitely built
I'm gonna
different.
follow you, Phil.
Yeah, definitely follow Phil, y'all. He's got a lot. His content is amazing. He drops content almost, I feel like, every day, multiple times a day, seems like. And so good
Nice.
quality stuff. And it goes live as well. So, all right, we're gonna wrap it up, bro. We didn't get much questions as far as people coming up, but it's all good. It's not a requirement. It's just something I aim for. Um, what's happening next over there? What are some of the next moves that you can share with us? Whether it's bite size balance or you individually on the professional side, what you got going on?
We got Bite Size Balance episode. Y'all make sure y'all follow me. I got Nate came on. What was it, about a week or two? It was about 2 weeks ago. Now, y'all about to start seeing them clips from school. I'm actually looking at the videos and stuff now. Them clips to start posting by the end of the day. Nate dropped a lot of gems up there. Y'all be on the lookout for that. And then every bi-weekly, I do my cyber news, where I, get the latest and greatest of what's going on. Y'all make sure y'all drop me a follow. Um, and then stay tapped in with the content, man. We always got guests coming on. If you look through my clips, if you go to my YouTube channel, Bite Size Balance on everything. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. I'm everywhere. So tap
Nice.
in.
Nice. Any like last motivational words? The tech landscape is difficult. We already said the barrier of entry is way higher than what it used to be. Anything come up for you to that you could say to the audience that may resonate with them? It could be motivational, inspirational. Any thoughts, any nuggets that you want to share?
Uh, my only thing I can say, man, stay resilient. You know what I'm saying? That's the word. You know, stay resilient. You know, just stay hungry. You know what I'm saying? Because those are the people who are gonna, you know, like I said, put the time in. The people that put the time in, those are the people who are going to excel. So, you know, if it's something that you really want to do, it's something that you really want to move forward in, just realize that it's not an easy slate, and it's not just something that you know, comes easily. So you just gotta, you know, put those reps in, put the time in, so that you can, you know, get to where you need to be.
Yeah, I like that resilient piece, and just because it, you know, it just like a baby. When you fall, the baby falls on the ground. Everybody's like, "Oh, baby hurt." Nah, baby ain't hurt. Baby resilient. Baby will bounce back quick, and but also perseverance. Like we have a lot of noise today. We got a lot of naysayers. You can't do this. You're not gonna be of the 8% that actually breaks in without, you know, having IT experience, and you're just transferring. You're just career switching. That's 8%. Like, that's the number, y'all. Go look at ISC Square's work study. They're saying that 8% of folks come in from different, or career switchers, come in from a different field, any field. But 8%, I could work with that number. That's a number I could get jiggy with. So if it's at 5%, I would still try. And that's what I mean by the perseverance and resilience piece, is that you still have to try. You still have to shoot your shot and apply for roles that you may not qualify for. And come to find out, you may meet a hiring manager that you strike a chord with, and they actually want to take a chance on you because you're a fantastic culture fit. On our way out, bro, can you speak about culture fit and and what that's like? How important a culture fit is to organizations these days?
Yeah, I preach that a lot, man. Be a likable person. Be somebody that people want to work with. It can really come down to that interview too. Who came off like somebody that I want to talk to every day? Who came off as somebody who is a good team fit that isn't going to add friction? Some people hire who they like. I'm gonna keep it a band. People hire who they like, you know what I'm saying? So if you're on the same level technically as one person, the person that they can see themselves around more, that's the person that they're probably more liable to bring in. So culture fit is very important. Be likable. Be somebody that people can talk to. Be easy to come to with issues. Be easy to, you know, be willing to help people. Be willing to go the extra mile. You know what I'm saying? You know, culture fit is very important. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that you're, you know, open to communication. I know a lot of people are introverted that don't really like to, not saying you got to be extroverted, but at least talk to people, you know, be a likable person, you know, have good manners, treat people with respect. And, yeah, that's what I would
Nice.
say.
Nice, bro. Good looking out. Tavis, I appreciate you coming through. We're going to shut it down. We're right at the hour. So everyone follow Tavis and Bite Size Balance. He's doing some great
And
things.
my
Go check.
people, y'all make sure y'all follow Nate too.
Yeah, I jumped over there. Drove out there to his podcast, and we got it done. So we're gonna start seeing videos of me dropping some game and talking about it from my perspective. And I'm looking forward to it, bro. And I appreciate you coming through and chatting with us.
All right, Nate.
Yep, yep. Appreciate you. And y'all have a great rest of your afternoon. Everybody get back to work now. No, I'll just play. I'll catch y'all. I'll see you.